Hi guys, it's Jasmine. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be sharing my thoughts with you guys on the new Laura Mercier concealer and powder. So the other day I was at Nordstrom and I saw the Laura Mercier concealer on display. So this is the new concealer. It is the Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear Concealer. This is it here. This is the box, just so you could see. I also noticed that they had a new powder. It is the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder for under eyes. And this is the powder here. So this powder is specifically for under your eye area. And the concealer is a concealer. So Laura Mercier is known for having really bomb setting powders. This is the deep version. She has the original version, which is really, really good. So this is the concealer here on Nordstrom's website. The concealer does retail for $28, which is kind of like your high-end product. It's definitely not drugstore. And it's not like luxury. It's more like just a high-end product, I feel like. Alright, so the color range is not too great. There are 12 shades and I just feel like the color range is not too amazing. You know, it doesn't like, you know, wow me. The shade 5N also worked for me, but I wanted something a little bit brighter, so I decided to go with 4N, which is definitely like a brightening concealer for my complexion. I'll show you guys it on my hand right here. So this is 4N. The concealer does have some claims, and I'm going to tell you guys what the claims are. It is a medium to full cover concealer. It is supposed to flex with the skin seamlessly to conceal under eye darkness and facial imperfections. It delivers all-day hydration while creating a crease-resistant natural finish. Incredibly lightweight, the formula feels weightless and undetectable on your skin, while a blurring powder blend diffuses light to smooth the look of fine lines and create a soft focus effect. It delivers 12 hours of wear. It is transfer, sweat, humidity, and water resistant. So those are the details on the concealer. I'm pretty excited to try it on for you guys on camera. I have worn it about 3 days now. So I haven't been wearing it for 3 days. I have put it on. I have been using it for 3 days now. I did not wear it for 3 days straight just to clear the air, you know. So I'm going to take the concealer and I'm going to apply it on my under eye area. The consistency is pretty thick, but it's kind of lightweight. So it's definitely like a full cover concealer, but it is lightweight, so it doesn't feel very heavy. I'm going to add some more on this side. I also really like the applicator because it's very easy to work with it under your eye area. It does have some like flexibility, so it does move around a little bit, but not too much where it's like flopping all over the place. And it's not super stiff where, you know, it's like hard to move it. Like super stiff applicator for concealer, kind of annoying. So I'm going to do my nose, my bridge. Now since I've worked with this concealer for the past couple days, I know that it's okay to let it sit a little bit. Some concealers you cannot let them sit. They will literally dry on you. So I'm going to blend this out with the Beauty Blender. The coverage looks amazing. The coverage looks really, really nice, guys. I really love this coverage. The only thing that I wish at this point was like it was more golden, but that's okay. Like I will work with this concealer because it's really nice. So now I'm going to just set my under eye area right away because I don't want it to crease. So I'm going to set it right away using the new powder. I'm going to take a little bit of my Beauty Blender and then just tap that in. I'll bring it down a little bit because I noticed if I keep it up under my eye, it looks a little bit odd later on throughout the day. So I do like to still kind of bring it into that triangle. Alright, so now I'm going to just add a little bit to the bridge of my nose, and that's all I'm going to use this powder for. So for the rest of my face, I am going to just contour really quickly, continue with my normal routine so then I could like you know, kind of give you guys my opinion on the products. So I just used the Fenty Beauty Matchstick in Espresso to contour my forehead and everywhere else. I love this matchstick. I actually haven't used it in a while, but I forgot how much I liked it. I really like it a lot. I'm just gonna dust off the excess powder. So for the rest of my face, I'm just gonna use the Laura Mercier translucent powder in Deep. I'm gonna bronze my face up a little bit, you know, add some bronzer up here. This one is from Anastasia and I love it. Just dab it on my nose just in case, you know, like look like you were in the sun or something. I don't know. I'm gonna take this Anastasia highlighter and just pop that up here, blend that out. So I went ahead and finished off my makeup off camera. I will tell you guys my thoughts on the two products. The concealer is so gorgeous. I really love it. I actually do want to get a shade higher just for the days when I want a more natural and not as bright under eye, but I still think it is beautiful. It covers really well. It's a full cover concealer for sure. I feel like it does make my skin look pretty flawless in the areas where I applied it, so I really like that about the concealer. The consistency is very full cover, but it's not very thick. It feels thick when you're applying it, but it's almost like lightweight because it's not too heavy. So I really like that about it. The concealer does claim to be long wear, and I do think it is a long wear concealer. I've worn it for 3 days now. This is my 3rd day wearing it, and it does stay on pretty long. I wore it through a work shift and it stayed on really nicely under my eyes. It also doesn't crease as much as a lot of my other concealers do, so I don't know if that's a combination of the powder and the concealer or the concealer on its own, because I've only worn it with this powder, but I do notice that it doesn't crease as much as my other concealers do, which is really good. I definitely want that in a concealer because I need that. I really need it. So I did mention this while I was applying the concealer, but I really do like the wand as well. I feel like the wand allows you to get a really nice application because it's kind of bendy, as you can see here. It's kind of bendy, but it's also a little bit curved, so it kind of just sits right where you need it under your eye area, and it just gets in the little areas without being too stiff, which is really nice. I like this wand. The idea, the concept of it is really nice, and it's very like bouncy and smooth. It's not stiff, you know what I mean? So I like that about the concealer. So the only con that I have for this concealer is the shade range. Not so much the deepness of the shade range, but more so the undertones. So I have a neutral shade, and I believe the other two that I was looking at, the other two shades that I was kind of going for were also neutrals, so I really didn't have any option of golden, and I like a golden under eye concealer, so I really just wish they did come out with a golden, which I feel like would be amazing because I do really like the concealer a lot. So onto the powder. So the powder is a little bit different than the average translucent powder. So basically the powder looks like a baby version of the regular translucent powder, but it is actually a lot more white than the original translucent powder. As you can see here, it's like stark white. It's like pure white, whereas the other one is more of a beige white. This powder is also very fine. It's so airy. It's really fine, and it just sits right under the eye really nicely. It doesn't change the color of your concealer. Your concealer stays the same color, which other powders can change the color of the concealer because they do have a slight tint to them. Now, if you do not like sparkle under your eye, you probably will not like this powder because it does have the tiniest micro-s little sparkles. I know for some people that's a big turn off, but for me, I really do like it. The sparkles are supposed to help, and I shouldn't say sparkle, I should say like, I don't know, the shimmer, the glistening, I don't know. They're supposed to help reflect light so it brightens under your eye area. And truly, I only notice it when I'm out in the sun, when I'm in the car and the sun is like right in front of the car and I open up the mirror, or I have a mirror in front of me. That's the only time where I really notice the sparkle. Other than that, I don't really notice it because it's not bright enough. It's not like glitter. It's just a little bit of like a glisten, which I think is really pretty. I don't know, some people don't like that, but I do think it's really pretty. And I like to apply the powder down the center of my nose because it kind of adds a pre-highlight, just because in the sun it just shows the glistening of this powder as well as my highlight. So I like that about the powder. I do think they work well together because the powder and the concealer did last on me throughout the day. Under my eyes looked pretty much the same all day long. I don't know if there's any flashback, so I guess I'll just try right now to let you guys know. It does highlight the area really nicely, but there is no flashback, which is... So I do love the two products. I will continue to use them. I do want to pick up another shade in the concealer just to play around with it and see what I think. I may end up mixing two shades together just to get the perfect amount of, you know, under eye specialty. I don't know. Anyways, you guys, that is it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.